I am Biswas, host for this webinar. Thank you for joining us on today's session. Let's begin the session to this wonderful topic, training and different methods of training. We appreciate your presence in today's session and hoping all is fine with everyone. Prior starting with this session, I would like to introduce my organization to you. SEMS Welfare Foundation is a non-profit organization dedicated to making a positive impact in various sectors such as education, social welfare, women empowerment, skill development, entrepreneurship, livelihood generation, and employability, health research, culture, international cooperation, sports, environment protection, and similar fields. Our mission is to foster healthy lifestyles, thriving communities, and robust businesses. By freeing our volunteer members from the burden of day to day details, we enable them to focus their energy and efforts on achieving long term goals. I would like to welcome Dr. Shweta Prasad, the speaker of today's webinar. I, Biswas, on behalf of SIMS Welfare Foundation, would like to give a brief introduction of our speaker. Dr. Shweta is a management faculty at Jamshedpur Women's University. She has done her PhD from Kolhan University. Her teaching interest is in the area of HRM, organizations behavior, and principles of management. She holds teaching experience of 13 years. In 2002, she was awarded as Best Female Retractor of Zone 4. She acted as a zonal retract representative of Zone 4 for the year 2003 to 4. In 2001, she was appointed as the president of Retract Club of Jamshedpur Women's College. In 2021, in Hol, Jharkhand, she was appointed as the nodal officer of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat Education Exchange Program. She was also Institute Nodal Officer for Vidyanjali Higher Education program of Ministry of Education, Government of India. Appointed as a coordinator of Students Induction Program as per AICTE. She was also the member of Board of Studies of Department of Management of Netaji Subhash University, Pokhari. She has published lot of research paper in HR. I, Biswas, on behalf of SEM, would like to give my heartiest welcome to Dr. Shweta Prasad, with a huge round of applause for joining us today. Your presence has added the significance of this event. We are genuinely honored to have you here, ma'am.
Okay, good evening to all. Just
Hello.
as you know, my topic is training and its various methods. So today I'm going to share my knowledge on the topic training and its various methods. First of all, let me tell you that training is a part of human resource development, which includes developing a particular skills by instructions and practices to perform the task effectively. If you want someone to do the work the way you want, it is only possible when the person is trained and knowledgeable. So we can say training is the act of enhancing or sharpening the job related knowledge and skills of an employee for doing a particular job in a particular way. With the help of training, we tries to improve the specific skills of a employees for a specific job. It is an attempt made by the, we can say, the manager or the supervisors or the employers to improve the present or future performance of an employee. They acquire new knowledge and skills which enable them to do their job in a better way and make them ready to handle greater responsibility. It is clear that once you are trained, you are now confident enough to take more responsibilities as you have enhanced your knowledge, sharpen your skills, and you have the command on the job whichever assigned to you. The main aim of training is to increase the ability, the potential capabilities of the employees so that they can do the job in an effective and efficient manner. So, in short, we can say training is an opportunity of learning job competencies, the knowledge and the skills the employees acquired through training. It helped them a lot in performing their job as they are going to execute the job in the way the boss is expecting so that he can achieve the desired result. He can try his best. He'll give his best to achieve the goal, which is predetermined by the organization or the departmental head. Now, with the help of training. So training what do? It enhances the knowledge of the employees. It may be a new employee it may be the existing employee. It enhance their knowledge. So, and through this screen, I have tried to share you some two definitions given by the some of the SLV and according to Edwin Filippo. As is mentioned, the training is the act of using the knowledge and the skills of the employees for doing the job. Means what happens in training? We have got excuse me, we have got the theoretical knowledge about our job, but once we are trained, we can able to perform our job in a more better way. So training is the process of teaching new or present employees the basic skills they need to do effectively perform their job. According to Dale Beach, which defines the organized procedure by which people learn knowledge and or skills for a definite purpose. There is some common goal for which we all people are there in the organization. To achieve some common goal, we are working there. So once we are trained, now we are skilled enough to do any type of job as expected from our immediate boss. According to Flippo, training is the act of raising the skills of an employee for doing a particular job. Training enhances our knowledge in a particular job so that we can execute that particular job in a particular manner and achieve our goal. So this is all about the training, the meaning of training. I hope you all have understood the meaning of training. Now, as you know, we have got I'm here to tell you about the different training methods. The training methods could be broadly classified as on the job training and off the job. On the job training, as the name suggests, learning on the job itself by a variety of methods. It is applied in the workplace where employees are actually working. Here the employees are placed on the job and taught the skills necessary to perform it. Like we can take an example. Suppose you people have got, yeah, anybody who want to ride a bicycle, he has got the theoretical knowledge where to sit, you have to hold the handle and just you have to pedal, you can move the cycle. This theoretical knowledge you have got. But do you think this theoretical knowledge is sufficient to ride a bicycle? Or to drive a car until unless you try once on sitting on the bicycle, it's very difficult for anyone to ride the bike. What happens at the initial stage? Once you try to ride the bicycle in the initial stage, first of all you have to see the balance. Sometime you fall, sometime you hit some wall, to somebody something, and slowly once you are trained, now you have got the command, now you can ride the bicycle or drive the car without any distraction, without any problem. So this is the on the job train, because some of the jobs are like that without working on the actual workplace the training cannot be completed. So in short, we can say that learning by doing on the job means learning by when we are doing or executing the work on actual workplace, we can call it as a on the job training. When you learn something by doing the job on actual workplace under the super, there must be some person who is going to guide you. There must be some person, experienced person or special instructor will be there who is going to supervise your work. Here the trainee learn by observing and actually handling the job. There are various on the job training methods, which later on I'm going to explain you that they are job instruction training, job rotation, apprenticeship training, coaching. The next one is off the job training. As the name suggests, off the job training means you are away from the job. You are the person is given the training away from the job. Means the trainees learn something by staying away from the actual workplace. So we can say off the job training method is a process where trainees receive training outside the day to day workplace. The more emphasis is given more on learning than doing. It is the training process which is held outside the actual environment of the workplace. Means you are not, the person is not being trained on the actual workplace, because sometimes it happens ki you have to be given the training. There are so many costly machines are there. We cannot directly put the employees on that machine to operate, because mistakes can be happen, any mishappenings can be happen if an untrained person if operates that machine. To avoid such type of mishappenings, some of the off the job training is required. So we can say that it is learning by gaining knowledge, not by doing. Here you are learning by gaining knowledge, not learning by doing. Later on, you can apply this knowledge while performing or executing the job. Whatever the job is assigned to you, given to you, or to complete that job. And this method is suitable when job requirements are complex and large number of employees are trained. So this was about the different types of training, that is on the job training and off the job training. Now let's see the various methods of on the job training. The first one is job instruction. In this method, employee get specific set of instruction by their supervisor that they supposed to follow when they are carrying out the operation. The trainer explains the way of doing the job. It is a four-step instructional process which involves preparation, presentation, performance, and last one is the follow-up. In preparation, what happens? A trainee is prepared in terms of his existing skills, securing his interest, and he has been informed by the supervisor or the person or the instructor about the job. And in the next step presentation, he gives the demonstration. He gives the demo where the trainee is presented about the job operation as a model to copy. Then once he got the presentation, the third one is the performance where the training the trainee is asked to try out the trainer's instruction, whatever the trainer has previously given in the preparation and in the presentation when you has demonstrated the thing. And last one is the follow up where the trainee does the job independently without supervision and gets the feedback on the same. Now he at the last stage in the follow up, now the trainee is free to execute the job without any supervisor because now he is confident enough to execute the job without anybody's support. And this type of job instruction training is generally used to teach employees how to do the current job. And this is also known as training through step by step learning, as it involves all necessary steps in a sequential order involved in it. Here, the trainees will guided by his supervisor or any experienced person step by step, or we can say one by one instruction will be provided by from the trainer to the trainee that how he is going to execute the work, so that if he do any mistake, his mistakes can be instantly on the spot can be correct, through which he can learn. So he gets the instructions from his instructor and he follow it throughout the operations and try to complete the job assigned to him. Then comes the next method, that is apprenticeship. In many industries like metal industries, printing, building, construction, etc., this type of methods of training is widely used. Here, employees get practical knowledge while working on the job or actual workplace. They get theoretical knowledge in the classroom. Like what happens here, the trainer gives instruction throughout the training period, which makes people technically proficient to perform those jobs independently. They also get some stipend during their training period. We all know that apprenticeship, whosoever doing the apprentice, they get some trade, and in particular trade, their knowledge is enhanced so that whenever they get that trade, they can do their job efficiently. So they also get, as I told, they some get some stipend during this period as they spend more time on the execution of that job. So it is earning while doing. So you are earning as well as when you perform your job or you execute your job.
तुम बात करो यार तुमने भी उसके
Mostly
हाथ में तुम्हारे
it
जो फोन
happens
बड़ा समझ
that
नहीं आता
employees
हेलो
are observed by the concerned industry after their training period is over.
भावना सुनो इतना अच्छे से सुन लेना ठीक है
So,
करंट अफेयर्स चैप्टर्स
no,
वगैरह सब
excuse
नहीं
me,
पूरा ही
somebody
टेस्ट है कल पूरा
is
एग्जाम
not
है
muted their mic. Now let's see the third method, that is rotation. Job rotation means a systematic movement of employees from one job to another after a specific interval of time that will be within the organization so that he can perform the various different types of jobs which is not related to his original job to achieve various HR objectives. Means one person, suppose a person is from the beginning he is handling some HR job, then now he has been placed to look after the marketing, then to some some other procurement department. Like this, he has been shifted from one job to another, being rotated. So now he is not only proficient in HR job, but as well as simultaneously he is gaining the knowledge about the marketing, about the procurement, wherever he's been shifted. It helps the employees to learn various jobs and become more proficient in that particular job. So from organization point of view, it helps in building dynamic stability. It can be either horizontal rotation or it can be vertical rotation. Horizontal rotation means lateral transfer of the employees from one department to another department, whereas the vertical rotation means promoting an employee to a higher job. Then is the next one is the coaching. Coaching, as we all know, as a student, you all go for a coaching to learn something there. So it is a daily training method. What happens is here, it is a continuous process of learning by doing. And this method generally used to train a new employees or to teach new skills to the existing employees. In this, employees is trained by immediate supervisor itself. Once the new employee joins the organization, he has been explained about the job and he start doing the job, performing the job or the assignment given to him. And if at somewhere he's stuck, at that time the supervisor is there to help him out. He make him understand further how can proceed. The supervisor teaches and guides that employee and give him the knowledge and the skills required to perform that particular or defined job. When more experienced or skilled person provide an employees with his guidance and advice so that the person where he's stuck, he can further proceed and complete his job properly. Once the employee execute the work, the feedback is given to employees by immediate supervisor. It is an informal and unplanned training activities provided by supervisors and peers. Here, what happens? The supervisor explain the thing, answer the question. He also throw light on why these things are to be done like this. So when anybody comes, any new or the existing employee joins and the supervisor want that existing employee to have that new skills while learning the new thing, it is not sure that employee can execute the work as he has been explained by his supervisor because sometimes he may need his support, his help in between while performing the job. So if he do any mistake, that is also been cleared by his immediate boss or the instructor or the any experienced person under which he is working so that he can complete his target, whatever the job is assigned to him. So this was all about the coaching. This was the four things which I want to explain on the job training methods. Now let us move on. We can see the of the job training methods. The first one is the lecture method. The instant example I can say what I am delivering to you all is just a lecture. It is a direct method of instruction that involves a verbal presentation of information by an instructor to a large audience. Here what happens? The instructor organizes the materials and give it to the group of trainees in the form of talk. As today, through my lecture, I am trying my level best to enhance your knowledge in training and its various methods. We'll see some why do we need the objective we can see further. So, with the help of this lecture, what happens in the school, or I think many of them you are interns also. You also get some lectures from your superior or the instructors. What they do, whatever the task they want you all to perform, before that they tell you how to perform that task. Means theoretical knowledge is given away from the workplace. Means the instructor is trying his best so that he can give you all the required knowledge to the trainee so that they can perform the job assigned to them nicely and smoothly with the help of whatever the theoretical knowledge they have got through the lecture. Next, we can see the vestibule train. In this type of train, working conditions similar to the actual conditions are created outside the work. It means in the vestibule train, the trainees are given the training away from the work. A virtual working conditions are created because we cannot put the employees, untrained person directly to the actual work because they may hurt, they may do something which is not good for the employees as well as for the organization. So this does not affect the actual working conditions also. When you are being trained away from the workplace, it is not going to hamper the actual working conditions. Employees are trained on special machines in a separate location. It prevents trainees to commit costly on the actual. As I told you, machines are very costly in any organization. We cannot put any untrained person to just to operate that machine until unless he is under any supervisor, or he is being trained to operate how to operate that machine. So after training the employees in such a country, the trade employees may be put on the similar job in actually after some time when he got the it trained to do that particular job. Now the next one is the case study method. Under the case study method, the trainees are asked to analyze the event or the circumstances with an objective to identify the problem, trace out the cause for it, develop the alternative solution, and then select the best one to solve the given problem. So what happens? It uses the problems that have already occurred in the organization or somewhere else. Just that study, that case is given to the trainees so that they can go through that case and they can analyze and come to the conclusion. So what happens? This method appears to be very effective method for improving decision making skills of the managers within the constraint of limited availability of the information about the problem. This promote ability to relate fact to the critical thinking of employees. This is why this method is called decision making under uncertainty. So now the trainees is aware about such cases. If in future he has to face such situations, he knows how to analyze, how to cope up with this situation, and what can be the decisions he should take in that particular situation. Because this case study is going to help the employees, the trainees in the future to deal with such type of problems. So he very easily and smoothly he can resolve the problems. He can sort out the problems of the employees clearly. Now, next one is the role playing method. Is the role playing method? It is defined as a method of human interaction which involves realistic behavior in the imaginary situation. Means a situation is created where the different persons are given to play a different role, in which what happens in this imaginary situation which is created, the trainees act on it. It uses problems that are now currently happening on the job. What happens in the case study? It has been already occurred somewhere or in the organization, but at present the role playing method we are using the problems that are now currently happening on the job. It is similar to a play enacted on the stage where each member perform a particular role as stated by they perform the different role given to them and interact with each other. And this whole thing is recorded and shown to them later on so that the trainees can examine their performance. So this method is therefore mostly used for training the employees working in sales, marketing, purchasing, and supervisors who deals with the people. So different roles they have to play while they execute the work. Then till now, further we proceed. I want if anybody is having any queries regarding this method, you can raise your hand and ask the question so that further we can deal with the need and objective. You can unmute yourself and ask the queries.
I would request the audience, if you have any doubts till now, you can unmute yourself and ask your doubts, or if you do not have any doubts, then ma'am would proceed with the rest of the presentation.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
During my MBA, I had been given a lot of case studies of management problems.
Okay.
Those case studies were going in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages.
Yes,
And
sir.
the problem was given about the management. Some typical problem, maybe labor problem, purchasing problem, HR
Yes.
problem. And then later on, we had to discuss it and find out the solution to the
Solution.
problem.
Yes.
So here the same thing you are explaining,
Yes, case study, sir. That only.
case
In the
study.
case study,
Okay,
what happens ki that problem has already been occurred in the company.
okay, okay,
Okay, and that is being discussed with the other employees, and we tries to come to the solution of that
okay,
problems
okay.
so that
What is
further
in basket training? What is
What,
in
sir?
basket training?
In the in basket training, what happens, there's so many datas are available to you, like you have got different types of memos, the mails, and the information. So on that in basket training, lots of informations are there available in your basket, and on the priority basis you have to decide which decisions you have to do first, and then later on which have to be scheduled later on. Got it? Means in the
Okay.
in your basket you have got lots of information available there
For decision making.
for decision. So it
Okay.
going to enhance your decision making skill,
Okay. Okay.
because you are the only person who is going to just prioritize the things which should
Okay.
be handled first and which should be handled last.
Okay. Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah. 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 And
Okay, okay, sir.
uh, 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 there are certain other training methods
Yes, sir.
also which we had gone through, that
Hmm.
simulation method.
Yes.
Simulation method.
Yes, yes, simulation method, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, what happens in simulation method, it is a technique where a duplicate
Yeah.
as nearly as possible the actual condition encountered at the job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Means you cannot put the employee directly on the job, actual
Okay.
workplace.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
certain duplicate environment is created where the trainees are being sent there and the
Yeah.
trainee they are being trained there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I was in a aircraft industry, and
okay,
we had a simulation method because we cannot fly the aircraft.
okay,
But
okay, sir.
simulation training gives the feel of the as if we are flying the aircraft.
Yes, it gives you the feeling that you are working in an actual place, but that
Yeah.
is not the actual place. That is the duplicate of the actual place.
Yes. Yes. Duplicate.
Yes, that is the
Okay.
simulation method, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir. So should I continue?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. Now let's see the need for training. You can see it improves knowledge and skills of a person to perform his job efficiently. We all know why do we need training? We have got some knowledge, but to enhance it so that I can use my this enhanced knowledge to perform the job or execute the job efficiently, we need for training. It helps employees settle quickly in the organization. If there is any queries, any problems, any solutions would be there. So with the help of training, what happens after post training, there will be the solution can be found out easily. The training also update the knowledge and the skills of the employees, as we discussed. It helps in promoting employees to a higher post. As I told you, in the job rotation also, it happens in vertically as well as horizontally. In vertically, what I told you, what is the vertical job rotation? What I inform you, that it means the promoting an employee to a higher job. Means now we are making the person ready to take or handle the greater responsibility with the help of training. Suppose nobody is fixed at one place. Now somebody have to leave, somebody get a good chance. In that case, that place cannot be vacant for many for the timing. So to replace that place, a person is promoted who is having the knowledge, who can fulfill the requirement of that post. From where he got that the skills to the training. The training also identifies the needs of the individuals to understand the job requirement and learn the skills and knowledge to perform them. With the help of training also, the supervisor, the instructor, the immediate boss come to know that who all employees are required to go for a training, and how they can help them to enhance their knowledge, how they can their skills can be sharpened so that they can execute their work properly. The training also tries to matches the job description with job specification by making employee fit for the job. Now, what about the job description? As the name suggesting, the job description describes about the job, what is the type of job, what is the nature of job, and job specification is the person who is going to perform that particular job. What are his requirement? What is the experience? What is the qualification is required about the person so that he can perform that particular job? It tries to matches so it is possible with the help of training only. It helps the employer in this match. It also reduces the rate of labor's turnover and absenteeism by keeping people satisfied on the job. What happens when we are not aware about something? We try to skip that. Like in our childhood also, when the people having no interest in math, they try to hide their faces from so that the teachers there should not be any eye contact with the teachers. And if the teacher said tomorrow we'll take a test on of a maths, then see those who don't understand maths or those who don't like maths, they will be absent tomorrow. Why? Because they don't even try to learn the thing. They are running away from the thing. So, with the help of this training, we can reduce this thing. We can make the employees satisfied. We can make the people understand about their job, whatever the task assigned to them, so that there will be no absentees and there will be no labor turnover. They will never try to leave the job. They will never try to be absent from the job, because with the help of training, we are trying to reduce all type of problems, all types of grievances, all types of problems what they are facing when they are executing the work. Training gives them chance to perform the job as they want to, and whatever the desired result is expected from them. It enables employees increase their knowledge about the job in different functional areas also, and thus promote movement of employees from one job to another, like we have discussed already in the job rotation. That we can say that a person, when he is trained with the help of job rotation, the person is jack of all trade but master of none can be used. This phrase is suitable for here, because he is having the knowledge of all the department wheresoever he has been shifted. So with the help of the training, only this is possible. That person is not only satisfied, but also he can gain the knowledge from the other things also. He can be update himself with the other jobs also. So that's why also we need the training. Next, we can see what are the objectives of training. The first one is to prepare the employees, both the new and the old, to meet the present as well as the changing requirement of the job and the organization. So the main objective of the training is to prepare your employees, your subordinates, so that they can face the new challenges coming towards the way, coming in performing, executing the job, so that they can do it, they can give their best where it's required. It prevents obsolescence, means your the skills cannot be obsolete. You have to update yourself as per the changing environment, as per the requirement. We all know environment is keeps on changing. There's so many technologies are there. So we have to keep ourselves updated as per the requirement. And that is only possible with the help of a proper training provided to the employees. To prepare employees for higher level tasks, means the employees, with the help of training, I can prepare my employees to take the higher level tasks or the responsibilities or the different challenges. That is only possible through a proper training to ensure a smooth and efficient working of a department. If you have to run a department, simple, we can see we are living in a family. Until unless you are not that much trained to do a particular household thing, is very difficult for a person. If a lady is trained in the this cooking part, the male figure is trained in the taking the job. So in that case, what happens? Both of them are handling the situations properly as they are being trained in their specific field. So it is very efficient. It is very easy going for both of them. So same thing happens in the organization. One, each and every employee, the part which is where he is lagging behind, that can to the training, he can complete his work very efficiently and effectively, which is going to help your department to develop the potential of the people for the next level of job. Next level of job, like promotion. Until unless you are not ready to take more responsibility, until unless you are not at all good in your own work, where at present you are working, you cannot be further given the more responsibilities. So again, the training is there, which enhances your knowledge, which sharpens your skill about the job related knowledges, so that you can be promoted to the next level of job. The next objective of the training is to impart new entrants the basic knowledge and the skills they need for an intelligent performance of a definite job. So what happens in this case? Whosoever have joined the new company, he may be experienced, he may be fresher. Experience is well and good for the company. That much time will not be wasted in him to explain the thing. But the new entrant, you have to give him the basic knowledge about your companies, what you are expecting from him, what is the nature of job, what type of performance you are expecting from him, from the when he is doing a particular or definite job. When he is not aware of that type or the way you are expecting him to complete the job, again, this can be done with the help of a proper train. These are the few objectives of the train which I have covered. So that's all that I have for the this objective of the train. Then we can see the importance of train. Why training is important? With the help of train, it increases the skills. How? The training increases skills to perform the job. It promotes the job enrichment and reduces waste at work, because unnecessarily if you're not trained, you are wasting your effort in completing the job. Anything is happening can happen if you don't know to execute that particular job. High motivation. The trained employees are competent to work, and this brings them to reward job satisfaction and motivation to work. Training is a non-financial incentives that I can say, which tries to bring financial gains to the organization. And motivation promotes recognition, identification with the job, willingness to cooperate, enthusiasm and reward. And motivated employees don't require that much supervision. Once the work is assigned to them, they will try to give their best and complete their work. The third one is the reduce labor turnover and absenteeism. When a person is trained or employees is trained, the trained employee improve their performance on the job, and they are also happy because they are aware how to work. It is not that they are not aware. Because of that, they will just going to leave or being absent. With the help of training also, it is help us to reduces the turnover and absenteeism and save money on the recruitment and training of a new staff again. Then is improvement in performance and thus the productivity. Once a person is trained, automatically there we can see there will be behavioral changes post train. So automatically his productivity will increase because now I have command. Now I have confident enough to do that particular job in a particular manner in which our boss is expected. So without any vestiges, without any problem, I can perform that job because I have got this training. So automatically training increases the productivity of an employee. It also improves in the quality. What happens once you train? At any initial stage, whosoever the new intern joined the company, that time he is not aware about the many things about that company. He is new to that environment. And once he is familiar with that environment, once he come to know about the process, the methods, how which is to be adopted to do the job, now automatically his quality will improve. The way the work he'll start doing will be different from the others because which he learned from the training. The high morale, it also increases the morale of the person or the employees once he got the training. As I told you previously, also it requires less supervision. Why? Because trained employees, they know their job. So when they know their job, this reduces the need for supervision. It also saves time, efforts, money, and promotes the performance. The trained employees enjoy the freedom of work because we all need freedom. We don't want to be every time interfered by anybody. So manager focus on the strategic matters only that time. When the employees are being trained, there can be increase in spam of management, resulting in less number of labels and considerable savings to the organization. In that case, what happens? You have got trained employees, then automatically less supervision is there because the manager is also confident that my employee can do this work without any hesitation, without any problem. And the last one is the prevention of obsolescence. As previously discussed, with the help of training, I can update myself. I can ready to take the more challenges and make myself prepare for the new thing. That's all from my side. I hope you all have enjoyed this session and I have tried to enhance your knowledge on this training.
So, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express my hearty vote of thanks to our excellent speaker, Dr. Shweta Prasad. Today, we got the opportunity to listen to an interesting and thought provoking discussion on training. The amount of expertise and passion displayed by Dr. Shweta really enhanced our idea of success. Dr. Shweta Prasad skillfully imparted her knowledge, leaving us with insightful conclusion and motivational concepts. Her interesting presentation captured our attention and motivated us to learn more. We appreciate the effort she has put into the preparing this enlightening session. Thank you, ma'am.